Hello, my name is Kendrick McAdams, and this is my lab presentation for Lab 5. So, um, we're going to start off by making the Zaggy database. So we do to do that, we go create database Zaggy. I'm pretty sure it's the name. Let me make sure. Yeah, I've got the relational schema over here just so I can kind of make sure I'm not missing anything. Alright, so as you can see, we created the database. So we'll go refresh this real quick, and here we are. Now we're going to start with the tables. Up here we're going to go use Zaggy just to make sure that it knows to use the right one. And this is where we get to start making all the tables. So to do this, what we first do is go create table. And the first one we're going to do right here is vendor. So we'll go vendor. And now we're going to start putting the information in. Alright, so the first attribute, if we look on the thing, is vendor ID, which is the primary attribute, but we don't put that in yet. That goes in at the end. So we're going to go vendor ID. And now we're going to write the data type, which in this case is a char. And back in, I had a job where I kind of worked on a database, and we had our vendor IDs use 5 characters, so I'll just put that. And finally, we have to make sure see if it's optional or not optional. In this case, it's not optional, so we're going to go not null. All right. We've got our first attribute put in there. So pretty much what we do is we just copy this until we get to however many we want. So next we're going to go vendor name. Vendor name, okay. It's going to be a varchar because we don't want to keep it to a certain amount of characters because people have different lengths of names. We'll go 15. That should be enough for it should be enough because if it's any longer than that, they can abbreviate it. Oh nah, we'll just go 25, just the whole thing. Alright, we'll go not null over here, just to show that it's not optional. And now, finally, we need to show that I think that's all of the vendor attributes, and now we have to show which one's the primary. To do that, we go primary key, and we just write the name of the primary key in parentheses, which in this case is vendor ID. And that should be everything for the this one. I'll just keep this down here. That's kind of how I write things because of that's how I do it in Java, and that's my main programming language. So there we go, and we're going to push the execute button, and it's created the vendor table. Now we're not going to fill it yet. What we're going to do is we're going to just make all the rest of them and then do it last. Put all stuff into them last. So we'll just go to the next one. Next we're going to do category. So category. So we're going to go vendor. The name of category is category ID. I mean the primary key of it is category ID. But again, we're not going to show it yet. And just like in my other job, it was 5 characters as well. So I'll just put that again. Vendor name. No, that's not a part of the category. Instead, it is category name. So we'll put that right there. We'll just do 25. It doesn't really matter too much what we put there. And again, the primary key is category ID. And there is a certain reason that I'm doing these in. So what you have to do is you can't put a category table in with a foreign key until you've got the one that it the one that the table that the foreign key relates to. So right now I'm just going to get most of the ones that don't have foreign keys, and then I'm just going to do the ones that have foreign keys to them, so that way I can make sure there's no errors. So the category ID is the primary key, and we're going to run that. It's created the table. Alright, so now to the next one. This one is actually the first one that has foreign keys, so you're about to see how we do that. So we're going to go product ID, because that is the primary key. We're going to go and let's just keep it 5 chars, keep it consistent. The category name it's not category name now. What it is product name. And varchar 25, we'll just keep it at that. Primary key, actually there's actually more in this one. So now we've got product price. And here we are going to introduce a new kind of data type, which is numeric. Alright, and for this one we're going to go 7 and 2. Alright, so now we have to make sure we write not null. And go on to the next one, which is vendor ID. Which is actually it's actually a foreign key, but we have to write it down here real quick. Char, it's got 5 characters. Okay, not null. There we go. And the other foreign key is category ID. And it also has 5 chars. We're going to go not null. Okay. Let's see. We're also going to do 5 chars because I just had to look at my notes to make sure I was getting the numbers right. Okay. So 5 chars there. Now we've got the primary key down here, and that is changed to product ID. And now here's where we actually put the foreign keys in. So we have to go for foreign key. We have to do the name of the foreign key, which we'll just go vendor ID first. Oh, I messed up that one. It's vendor ID. Alright, and then we have to type the references, and now we're going to say which one it references. So the table is vendor, and the primary key of that, which the foreign key references, is also vendor ID. And we're just going to do that one more time for the other foreign key. Make sure I'm spelling it. Yep, I'm spelling it right. Foreign key. Oh, I missed a comma right here. So I was looking at that error message. Was like, what did I do? Category ID. And it references the table category and the key this with the same name, category ID. All right. So now if we push execute, it should create this whole thing. Looks like we had an error. The table category already exists. Oh my gosh, my bad. I didn't put the name of, I didn't do the table name product. Now it should work. There we go. So as you can see, all green messages, we are good. We made the first we made another table. So now we're gonna keep going. I'll get rid of the foreign keys. So let me just copy and paste this whole thing so we can speed up our time later. Next one is going to be region. Product ID, no, it's region ID, okay? We're only gonna have probably 2 chars, because I don't think we'll need more there's not gonna be more than 99 regions. Probably region name now. Let me make sure that's the right one. Yes, region name. Another varchar 25. I think that's all the yeah, that's all the attributes, and now we just have to do the primary key, which of course is going to be region ID. If I could get it, there we go. Region ID. We'll get rid of these foreign keys because this doesn't have any foreign keys. We get rid of this comma. There we go. And we've created that table. And really, it's this database. You know, making the tables is just doing this over and over. So we're going to go customer. We're creating the table customer. It's going to be customer ID, which this one might be a little longer. I think it's, let me make sure, I think 7 chars, because I'm pretty sure we had to put a 7 char customer ID later in the lab. Yes. The customer name up here, it's going to be a 15 varchar. And let me see, is there anything else we need to put in? Customer zip. I almost forgot that. So customer zip. The customer zip is going to be char 5, of course, because the zip code's 5 characters. And we're going to go not null. Alright. So we just have to change the primary key to customer ID. And we are done with this one. There we go. And now I think we can actually create let's see, customer. No, we actually have to create region now. Oh, we already created region actually. So now I'm going to create store. So because store uses regions, it has a foreign key relation to region, so I had to make sure I created region first. Store. And let me make sure it's going to be store ID. Alright. It's going to have probably 3 chars. I can't, maybe? Yeah, I'd say probably 3 chars. I'll go varchar as well, because we want to leave the earlier ones open, like 1, 2, stuff like that. So we're going to go 3. And now store name, I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure that's the right one. No, it actually, the relation is store zip instead. So store zip. We're going to go just char 5 because we don't need a varchar for the zip code. Alright, what does the relational schema say now? Region ID. Okay, we need region ID, which is probably going to be our foreign key. So let me think. I need to remember. I'm pretty sure we did 2 chars there. Now we have to put the primary key again, of course, which is in this case is store ID. And like that other one, so it has a foreign key, we have to go foreign key. Oh yeah, didn't put a comma here. Let me do that real quick. And the foreign key is going to be region ID, and it references region, the table region, and the region ID inside of that table. Alright, so we're gonna, and there you go, it worked. We're almost done with all the tables. So now what we do is we're gonna make sales transaction. I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure. Yes, we're gonna make sales transactions because that has foreign keys to the store and customer, and we've already finished that, so we are able to do that. So go sales transaction. Okay, the first one is TID, transaction ID, and it's going to be to make sure we have enough numbers, let's go 8. Next one is customer ID, which is probably going to be one of our foreign keys. Let me make sure. Okay, customer ID has 7 chars. Just had to check just to make sure, because you don't want to do the wrong amount of chars. Region ID. No, we need store ID. Okay, we've got store ID, and now we have to get varchar 3. Because that was the data type of the original. Let me make sure. We go region ID. No, is this region? No, store ID, sorry. Yeah, varchar 3. Alright. Not null. Okay, so now we have to get primary key, which is TID. And the foreign key, the first one is customer ID. It references the customer table, and it specifically references the primary key of customer ID. Alright, now we're just going to do that again. Let's copy this. And we're going to do the same thing except for store ID. References store ID. Oops. Alright, so we have put all the information we need for the sales transaction table. So we're gonna run it, and there we go. It worked down here, so we're all good. Finally, we're gonna put the includes table, which this is the one where it actually was it's a bridge relation. This one gets a little weird, but it's not really that bad. So first of all, we need to go it's a composite primary key made up of product ID and TID. Okay, TID. I don't know why I switched those. Product ID, if I remember correctly, where's product? Here we go. Product ID is 5 chars. There we go. And it also has its own little attribute, which is quantity, where we're going to introduce another one because quantity is a number, so it's going to be int. Okay, and it is not null. And for primary key, since it's actually a composite primary key, we have to combine both, which will make it product ID and TID. Now we have to get the foreign keys, of course, which is product ID which represents the product references, the product table with the product ID attribute. And additionally, we've got TID, which references the what is this? Sales transaction. sales transaction table and the TID one inside of it. So we run this. Oh, and that's my bad. I accidentally forgot to change the table name. That's all good. This one is, what is the name of the relation? Bridge relation includes. Okay. Oh, I messed up somewhere. Let's see. Where did I mess up? Create table includes product date not null. Key column product does not exist in table. What are we talking about? Oh, here we go. Product ID, not product. There we go. That should fix it. There we go. So we've got it all. We've got all the those things done. So now we have to start putting values inside of the table. So we can get rid of all this because we've created all the tables that we need. So now we're getting to the inserting. So we're going to go insert into, that's the beginning one, and we're going to start by inserting. We're just going to go in the same order almost. So we're going to start inserting into vendor, and we have to say values to show kind of the values that we're inserting. So we got to, if I remember, let me check, there was three different things: vendor ID and vendor name. Let's see. Yeah, oh, and actually only two. So we could just 1 comma, and then we're gonna, there's some surrounded by single quotation marks, so we'll put that. The vendor ID is 5 characters, so we'll go 15439. And the next one is a varchar for the vendor name, so we'll go, I'll just go Pacifica Gear. I think that was the one that you used in your example. And we'll go next one, insert into vendor values. Alright, ID 48716. And the next one will go mountain gear. And there we go. And what we'll do is we'll push execute, and it inserted the information. Now we just have to keep doing this. We'll go insert into what's the next one? Category. We'll go category. Let's see. So category consists of, we've got the 5 char category ID and the 25 char varchar category name. Okay, that shouldn't be bad. So category ID will go 14758, and the category ID is category name, actually sports. We'll go 74965, and we'll go for this one, we'll go fitness. So now we have, I think that's all we need for categories. Yes, that is correct. There we go, it worked. So now we're going to go through to product. Product value. And for each of them, we'll just put 2 in because I'm not trying to make this video too long. It's going to be long enough already. Just because, you know, it's a really big, we got to make a big database. So, and it's pure SQL, so it's going to take a second. But product, it's got 5 char ID, the 25 char name, and the price, a numeric price. Okay. So we're gonna go, and it means we have to add another one on. Let me make sure let's see. Actually, I don't think for numeric, I don't think we need these. In addition to product, we're gonna need the, oh, here we go. Actually, I can see it. Vendor ID and category ID. So we're gonna have to get that in a second, but let's just keep going. So we've got, this is the space for the price. We need 2 more spaces. So here and here. No, actually no, just that. So we're gonna go, here's the, and we'll just do the same thing for this one. Alright, so the product ID, we're gonna go and put in, let's go, it's a 5 char, right? 11111. The other product ID 22222. Okay. And the name, product name is going to be let's say soccer ball. I don't know. The price is going to be $25. There we go. Sorry, this is getting a little confusing. Actually, we'll just do this one down here, and then we'll get to both of them, because then I'll be able to scroll down and be able to see them. So we've got running shoes. This will be $80. So if we go down here, we can see the vendor ID and the category ID. So the vendor ID, over here, we'll put this in as Pacifica gear. So we'll go 15439. Okay, and then for this goes in sports. So we'll put sports right here. Actually, no, that's not the ID, that's the name. So the category ID is 14758. And the category value, sorry. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, so mountain gear, the ID for that is 48716. And the category ID for fitness is 74965. Alright, so now we've got all the information we need for this. So we're going to push activate. And there we go. We've put in the entries. So yeah, now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna keep doing this. We're gonna go insert into the next one will be region. So region, we're gonna change that. And as you can see over here, region is made of a 2-char region ID and a varchar region name, which, see, that's pretty easy. So what we'll do is we'll just shorten this back down to 2. Shorten this one back down to 2. There we go. And the region ID, we're going to go 11. 22. Okay. Decided to keep it more simple because I don't want it to go and try to find the ID like I did last time, because this is way easier. Okay, the region name is going to be, let's go Midwest, and the region name is North Texas. Okay, can y'all stop? Thank you. That is, we'll go East Texas just to keep this, localized. Okay, East Texas and North Texas. That's all the information we need for this. yeah. So we're gonna go, there we go, and see, as you can see, we inserted into this one. Okay, so now we gotta go to the next one, which is going to be the relational schema. It is store. Go in store now. So what we have in store is we have a 3 char varchar store ID, 5 char zip, and then a region key to the 2 ID region ID foreign key. So that means we're gonna have 3. So I'll just reflect that over here. Okay. So the store, let's just go 1 1 1 1 1. We'll go 2 2 2. The store zip code is going to be 75454. This is going to be 75894. And now we're going to do a reference to the foreign key, which is the store right now. It's the region ID. So we're gonna go 1 1 2 2. See, since we made it a lot easier now, I don't have to think about it as much. And there we go. It worked. Okay, so now on to the next one. We've got customer. All right, we're going customer. Okay, so customer, let's see what we got over here for customer. 7 char ID, a name, a zip. Is that it? Let's see. Yes, ID, name, and zip. That means 3 values, which we do at 3. So we're going 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. Actually, no, I think we have a separate format that you showed in the, I think you go 1, I think then we do another number, let's just say 5, and then another dash, and then we have 3. Let's just go 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 2. There we go. We got the zip. The customer zip right here, we'll just change it around, you know, just so it's not the same. And finally, we've got the, oh no, the customer zip is last, so we'll just copy and paste this, and then the customer's name is right here. So we're gonna go Carter and Tammy. There we go. We have got the customer name. So we're gonna insert it, and it worked. Right, we're almost there, finally. Now we've got sales transaction, because now we've gotten some of the ones that need the foreign keys. We needed the foreign keys with some of these ones, and I think we've gotten all of the ones that need the foreign key. Sales transaction. Alright, this one's a little bit more complicated if I remember correctly. So we'll go down here to sales transaction, and we've got a TID with is an 8 varchar. So we're gonna go, actually let's see how many total we need before we start messing with it. We need 1 2 3. Okay, 3 of them. So that's what we've got. So here we got a 7 1 varchar, so we'll go 1 2 1 1 1, because we don't need to finish all 7 because it's a varchar. We'll go 2 2 2. So what are the other ones? Then the customer ID and the store ID. Alright, so customer ID, if I remember, we had 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 2. In the store, we'll go 1 1 1 222. And if we need to check again, we can just go look down here, 111222. Yes, we're correct. So this should be right. There we go. It entered. So we did it right. We made sure we got the foreign keys in the right place and everything. All right. So now, and looks like I forgot something actually. I was just looking at the scheme and realized that I needed to add date too, which can cause problems. So I'm actually gonna fix that real quick if I can remember the I'm gonna have to search up in the book the drop table command. What is it? So I can't remember it off the top of my head, the whole command. So I'm gonna just search that up on the book. Now there is an easier way to do it, but oh wait, no, because I'm not 100%, I'm not super great at it yet. I'm not gonna be able to do it that way. So what we're gonna do is first we gotta drop includes because it relies on sales transactions. So we're gonna go drop table includes, and I'm just gonna drop that table, just get rid of it. And there we go. It dropped the table, and now we're gonna drop the table sales transactions. And that should get rid of that table transaction. All right, so we've dropped the table. So now what we're gonna do is we can actually copy and paste this one back, which will make it so we don't have to write down everything again, which is kind of annoying. And this time I'm gonna make sure I remember to put the I overlooked on accident that the fact that T date is part of it. So I need to go, I'm gonna put it right here, and I'm gonna put it right here. So T date, which is going to be that's going to be a date format, date data type, and of course, just like the rest, it's going to be not null. All right, so now we've got everything we need for the sales transaction table. So now we're going to create it. It worked. Now let me go back to includes, just to remake that now that we deleted it. Includes up here. So we're going to copy action, and I'm going to bring it over here. And since there's not anything we need to change from here, we can just straight up push there, and now it's made it again. All right, so now we're finally getting back into inserting. So we need to insert back into transaction. So we're going to copy that action. Get rid of this row. Okay, we're going to insert into transaction these two ones. Copy action. And now we need to add the date, which will be, let's see, in the second spot, it looks like, yes. So we're going to go and make another spot right here. And let me think, if I remember correctly, we do not, well, no, we do, I remember. We do need the single quotation marks, so we'll go 02, 08, 2021. This one will go 04, 21, 2021. And I put in the wrong one. It's all good though. What we'll do is we'll just go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Alright, and that should work. And what's the, oh yeah, I didn't put the, there we go, that should fix it. Uh-oh, incorrect data value. Okay, let me make sure, let me see what I did wrong. Oh, maybe we have to put the January, we'll go March. That is also incorrect. Maybe let's just go 2020, maybe that'll fix it. If I separate it by Let me see if I did something weird when I made it. The date. No, okay. Let me search up the date part in the book. This is my fault. I don't know what happened, but I will figure it out real quick. Date format in SQL. Okay, I know what I did wrong. Yeah, I was feeling like I did something wrong back when I made it, but I wasn't 100% sure. But so what actually we go year first, then we go month, which is 05, and date, which is 07. 106, 08, 28. Let's just go 28. Doesn't matter. Now that should fix it. There we go. See? So it fixed. At this point, we're almost done. We just need to create the includes one. So we're going to go includes. So as you can see over here, we got includes. Let's go to it. It's right here. We have product ID, TID, and then I'm pretty sure attribute. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go so product ID, TID, and no, it's not attribute, it's a number of. With the number of, we can just go, let's say 1, 4, 3. And since it takes from product ID and TID, we can just go find where we put the product ID and TID in. So if we go here, product, we'll go 11111. I'll go 22222 because that's the product ID right here, and then the transaction ID is 111 222. And I think that'll work. It should. There we go. We've got the thing and we've got the number of it. So now we have finished populating and making the table. And now all we have left to do is, let me go to your lab, and we need to put whatever, if I remember correctly, I think you want us to show, so the customer table, so we'll go select from customer, and we'll put that, and as you can see, we've got customer Carter and Tammy. Oh, and you also wanted us to add the new customers. So let me get that. What we can actually do is we can just go here, we can go copy action, put that here, alright. That way we don't have to write the whole thing out again. So if I go to lab 5 instructions, here it is, customer ID 23555. This is 23666. The person's name is Mike. This person's name is Susan. And the customer zip over here is 60633. And this is 60644. Alright, and this should add them once I add there we go. So now we've inserted them. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, first, you want us to display all the customers whose name starts with the letter T. So for this, we're going to kind of do what we did last time with the select, but we're going to add another kind of, whoops. So we're going to go here, select, and now we're going to go again, we're going to go from customer, and now we're going to add another one where it says where customer name, because that's the name of the customer, that's the one that holds the name. And then we're going to put this, we're going to put a T, and then we're going to put a % after the T in order to mean that anything after the T it'll allow anything after the T but not before, because we want to show the person's first name, the first letter of the name is a T, and if we did it with both, it would show person with first name with a T, also anybody else has a T in their name. But this way it'll make sure that we it's only people start with a T. And I forgot here, we're supposed to put like. So there we go. So now if we push this, as you can see, it found Tammy, which her name starts with a T. But we also have somebody who doesn't start with a T and it has a T in their name, Carter. And as you can see, it doesn't show them because we made sure to put the % after. See, if we put a % right here, it would have put Carter too, but we didn't. We just wanted to do this. Alright, and the final thing is you want us to show the thing again now that we have put the new customers in. And here you go, as you can see, Mike and Susan are right in here, customer ID, customer name, customer zip. And I think that's everything you need. Display all records in the customer table, display all customers' names start with letter T, insert two new customers. And I displayed it after to make sure everything was on. Okay. And there we go. Thank you for watching, and I'm glad I could show you how to do it.